All right, so the Mastermind, I didn't really know what to expect, and I asked Dean, and Dean was like, "Oh, well, like, you know, we talk about business, but like we always talk about business. Like let's leverage Tony while we got him for a couple hours." And
okay. Is Russell going to join us too? Or is he going to be a piece of it?
He's right there.
Okay, cool. I think it'd be worth taking a few moments, a minute or two with each, and have you tell us, where are you right now in your life? You know, where are you? What's great? What's missing? What needs to change? And let's see if we can't go a little deep so it's not a surface thing here. And we're happy to answer, marketing and sales and business questions, of course. But my hope for you is that we go a little deeper because how many of you are between 35 and 45? Virtually all of you. So if you're in that range, close to it, every stage of life has different opportunities and different challenges. And I'm lucky enough to live almost 60 years now, and I can look back on those years and see each decade, and everyone's different, nothing's universal, but there's certain things that at stage of life show up for people pretty predictably. And if we look at some of those things, we might be able to give you even more help than just your business, which will help your business as well. So if you're open to it, we'll go there. So
I'd suggest going deeper than you even thought you were going to be. And I also want to give it up for Russell, our other partner and friend, and helping make this. What a great friend, and it's been amazing for us to get to know you more. And Colette, it's been so awesome. You guys are family now. So without any further ado, let's do this.
And the way we basically did, there's 10 of us that were kind of in this little small group, and Dean and Tony were in front, and everyone had a chance to kind of introduce themselves, talk about what they were doing, having success, so everyone could celebrate together, and then talk about what in your business or your life you had questions about, or you were at a crossroads and didn't know what to do, or and just kind of be vulnerable and share that a little bit. And I was in the second row, so I had a little while to kind of sit back and just relax, and a couple hours to watch him go deep on everybody else. But what's amazing about Tony, when you watch him do what he does, he has context of who's in the room. So when he does, he'll go deep on somebody, does intervention. As he's doing it, he's saying things specifically that he knows that Russell needs to hear, or Jenna needs to hear, whatever. And he'll say something and he'll mention it and he'll look at me like direct eye contact, like, that was for you, Russell. I'm like, got you. Like, I'm picking up what you're laying down. So I had a chance to see him do a bunch of interventions like Lewis Howes and Josh Bozzoni and Billie Jean and just all different people leading up to me, and from everyone's presentation I got different pieces about how to structure your life, how to do your morning routines. All these cool things made me start thinking in my head about ClickFunnels in the future. What do I want to actually do?
We've worked with individuals, but how many gotten something for yourself at each one so far? Just want to make sure. Okay, good, just want to make sure.
In fact, by the time it got to me, I was just like, I'm kind of good, I know most of the answers what I'm looking for.
Hey.
You should be up here talking. What are you doing sitting there?
No, I want to be back here.
But there's one question that I've always wanted to ask Tony, but I've been really nervous about it. And it's kind of a question that I don't think anyone else would ever dare to ask him or even bring it up. But
Russell at lunch today said what I really want to ask Tony is, how's his breath always so amazing?
How's my what?
How's your breath always
so
amazing?
Your breath is insanely good all the time.
That's what he said.
That's my
right
real.
Now.
I thought
that's actually a real question, but we'll answer. You can text me the answer to that one sometime. All right, so what's that?
Alkalinity.
I literally said it last night.
When your breath's bad, you're very acidic.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Just kidding. It's hard to put it as an actual question, so I'm not really sure exactly. It has to do with kind of just direction. So obviously, ClickFunnels turns 5 years old in 2 weeks. So it's been 5 years run.
That's awesome.
Thank you. It's become bigger than we ever, I think, dreamt initially, and it's been a really, really fun ride as we've been growing. We're almost 400 employees now. We've got we passed 95,000 active customers last week. We should hit 100,000 by the end of this year. So a lot of fun things.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a promotion. It's a business.
But also it's, and I remember the very first time we met at UPW 10 or 11 years ago, and we were in Toronto, yeah. And you told me, so the reason why you got in this business is because of the art. You were doing your art, and then you built a business because you had to do it to be able to support your art. And I've always felt like that's very similar to me. I love the art of what I do, and that's why I'm passionate about it. So I love it. It's all about that for me. And as the business has grown, I'm still in the CEO role, and I think that's been one of the hard things is that as it's grown, my ability to do the art has shrunk. I have pockets of times I get to do it, like doing events I love writing the books, I love doing content, but now I'm a CEO also, which especially at this level, there's all the legal compliance now, which, you know, you take my art and then the lawyers look at it and they try to destroy the art before they send it out, which like makes me, you know, like it's hard. And then you get just all the government regulations, and, you know, we processed $4 billion so far through ClickFunnels. Now it's just like the bureaucracy that part of it now is like what takes up so much of my time, and my ability to spend time in the art has gotten smaller and smaller. And I think that's kind of been this weird spot where I'm at, where it's like, we have an opportunity. I think if we wanted to exit, we could exit. But then I have the fear of, if I did exit, would I lose my art? And is there a way to exit and keep the art, or is it just, do I need to shift so I can do my art and not worry about that part of it? And so that's kind of the question coming into it, which a lot of stuff you said to Josh was really good for me as well.
Yours is different though, because you have really mastered that business at a really amazing level where you could sell it for $1 billion probably on a gross multiple, as you described, right? So I don't think it's quite the same thing there, but I think the difference is the art matters to you emotionally. That's why I brought it up to you when I was talking up here. It matters to you so much that if you don't have what's next before you sell it, you're making a big mistake. So you either got to decide, I'm going to get, like, maybe I'll get a valuation slightly less, but all my employees will win and I'll win and I can keep running it and I'll do my art, and I'm going to hire someone to be the CEO and I'll be the chairman. That's what I would do. That's what I am in my company. I'm the chairman. I'm no longer the CEO. So you either decide to exit because you don't want those things. And in those cases, you know, I'm not the CEO there anyway. Someone else is doing it. But for me, it was getting in the way of what I wanted to do. And the other areas, I made myself chairman. I hired CEOs that are really skilled in those areas, and then decided what I want to do with those businesses because I want to keep them. So I got enough assets, enough benefit. I don't need to sell them. You have enough assets probably because you live very humbly. This guy's one of those humble people I know. He's like 100 million times better than he ever projects himself to be. He always understates who the he is. He's a total stud, and he's incredibly humble, is he not? You know, it's incredible. And he lives a humble life. And he's got 5 beautiful children, and he's just a great human being. You all know that, I think, if you interact with him. So you have all that by the so to speak, by the tail. So to me, it'd be like, okay, I can exit, but if I'm going to do it, what I'm going to use that for that's going to be even more fulfilling? Otherwise, I should keep this and get someone else to do that I don't want to, who's even better than me, get back into my art. But as your friend, you love what you do. You light up when you do. I love being around you when you talk. You all get immense ClickFunnels. It's like, wow. it's like Jesus has come to earth and is coming through his body. You know, it's a beautiful thing, you know? So for you to sell that is really exciting right now. I don't know if it'll be exciting 5 years from now, unless you found the next most exciting thing that you're going to go build and make happen and go do. Because the money's not going to change your life, brother. It'll change your life for the moment. It'll provide some comforts or some securities, maybe more than you have. But honestly, with the lifestyle you have, you got plenty. I would not let the momentum of the business determine where my life is going to go. I decide where my life's going to go and decide where the business needs to go based on that. Because otherwise, everybody around you is going to push you towards it. And because $1 billion, like that's the big number everybody wants to hit. Not everybody. Most people don't hit $1 million. But $1 billion, oh my God, you know. And $1 billion is unbelievable. But most of your life probably won't change very much. So maybe decide how you're going to get the assets you want for yourself and your family, but where you could do the art still and keep growing it just for your own fulfillment. And because you have so much to give, and you're like, how old are you now?
39.
You're not even 40. You haven't even begun your journey. That's beautiful what you've accomplished. No, I mean, that's not a derogatory. It just means, holy shit, I'm 60. I mean, you think about the next 20 years, what you can do from where you are now. Same thing to me. Where I was at 39 was like, most people were like, oh, it's unbelievable. It was like nothing compared to what I'm doing now. So I wouldn't sell myself short for the money. I could still get the money. You should be smart. You should take it off the table. You built something. You should do it. You should help your people do it. Let's figure out what your plan is that's going to be more fulfilling. That's the most important thing, because in the end, it's the fulfillment that's going to make the quality of your life happen. It's not going to be the dollars. Yeah. Awesome. And you love what you do, brother.
I do.
And you're getting pulled away from some of it, as you said, more and more. So all the more reason to sell the business, but that's not really the reason. That just means you shouldn't be doing that role. Find somebody who's so good at the role, loves that. And that's who you put in there, that they thrive on that. It's like knowing what your greatest gifts are and staying with those even more. The business wouldn't be here because of your CEO role. The business is here because of your vision and your influence and your passion and your creativity and your intelligence and your caring and your ability to teach and your humility. That makes everybody go, man, he really seems like an easy guy. If he can do it, I can do it too. You don't seem like superhuman, and you are. But you don't seem like it, which is what makes more people be able to succeed. I'm 6'7", so sometimes they think I'm super human. I'm not super human, right? So, but they think I am. So then sometimes I was like, Tony can do that. What about me? But if they spend enough time with me, they see they don't have to do what I do. They can do what they do even better, you know? Make sense?
I think for sure your company, and obviously you're on track to do great things, but I think if you got the right CEO in place who loved being a CEO as much as you love marketing, you would have, there's another level of exponential growth, because I know you and I market, we think a lot alike, we have great conversations. You're just getting pulled away from that genius of yours. Your biggest growth could be just what Tony's talking about, is a CEO that loved running the day-to-day as much as you love marketing, and you got back into your craft. I think there's another exponential growth waiting with that decision.
But also, it's also timing. You should probably take something off the table, right? But still keep your vehicle unless you found a better one. You got to get out of what you don't enjoy, because when you do what you enjoy, you crush it, right? And you feel alive. She knows better than anybody, right? There's two types of marketing that are sucking your energy: external or internal marketing. External marketing is the time you're spending serving the customer and the client, or maybe your internal clients. Internal marketing is dealing with all that frustrates you and pisses you off. And if you're spending so much time on internal marketing, you have less for external marketing, the business will not have the same value, or more importantly, even if the business keeps going, you aren't feeling the same value. So there's only so much E. And I got a lot of it. You guys do too. E meaning pure energy. But there is a limit, no matter who we are, no matter how strong you are. So you got to say, where is that energy going to go? And if there's any mistake I used to make, by the way, it's stayed with people way too long, because I'm a very loyal person. But what I've learned is, if I'm not loyal to the mission, if I'm not loyal to the best players by trying to stay with somebody, if you're going to play with Michael Jordan, you better be ready to play. Otherwise, go play somewhere else. Nothing wrong with you not wanting to give the same amount as I do, but you shouldn't be on this team. You know, find somebody that loves to deliver as much as you do on the marketing. Like Dean said, it'll be a different game for you.
As a consumer of your content, like, I listen to every podcast that you release, and I can hear you like just trying your best to squeeze in that time, like on your drives to work or wherever it can be, and it's always gold. And like, I always do kind of leave those episodes thinking, like, what if Russell just had more time to create, to write, to do what frankly you do best. And so I think that chairman is a really interesting role for somebody like you. That was cool.
Give him a hand. James.
Well, thank you both so much. I feel like I've already gotten so much. My name is James Maldo, and
Yeah, I think a lot of entrepreneurs, they start their businesses because they're passionate about a thing, right? Like, I'm a great photographer, or I'm a great designer, I'm great, like whatever. Like, they get into it because of the passion for the thing, and then you have to learn all these businesses to be able to support the art. And I think it's interesting how we all eventually have to become the CEO of our business, because we're the ones who are the most passionate. We get stuck in the CEO role because that's where you need to be to drive the ship. But a lot of times that's what then makes it so you don't get to spend time with the art, and then you start in some cases resenting it. It shifts really quickly from being an entrepreneur to back to being a job. It's kind of the opposite of the reason why most of us got into this business. I'm not exactly positive what I'm going to do. For sure what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to have like an inventory of myself, to really sit down and say, okay, what are the things that I love? If I was to design my perfect week, what would that look like? If I was to design my perfect month, my perfect year? Like, I think a lot of times we don't focus on architecting that and designing it. So instead, come to the office every day and it's like, oh, there's a bunch of fires. Like, what fire do I put out first, second, and third? Instead, it's coming back and saying, okay, who's the person that can be in charge of the fires? If I was to build this from the ground up right now and only put myself in the spots that give me the most passion and fire and excitement, like, what would those be? Almost like writing your own job description for your own job. Like, this is my job description. I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. And then make a job description of stuff you don't like as much. And take that job description and be like, who's the person that wants this job? Because there are people who love it. Like, I go to my funnel building team, I'm like, you guys are so lucky. Like, I have to have a meeting with so-and-so, and you're gonna build funnels. Like, I love sitting down on the whiteboard and architecting it and figuring out the designs, the branding, the logos, the hook, the offer, the copy, like being in the middle of that. And when it's done, and you see the end funnel, like how beautiful it is, like I love that part of it. And the second part I love is like getting that aha moment for other people. Like, when they're just like, I don't know how would a funnel work for me? And you explain it to them, and all of a sudden they get it. Like, there's something about that. That's the other part. So I think it's understanding that, like, who are the people that are obsessed with and love the things that I don't, and let's give those things to them and let me just do what I love.
Oh, it's been a ride. I think I have survived, but I don't know. I'm if without your love. Oh, it's been a ride. I think I have survived, but I don't know. I'm if without your love. Oh, it's been a ride. I think I have survived, but I don't know. I'm if without your love. Oh, it's been a ride. I think I have survived, but I don't know. I'm if without your love.